All right, and once again, welcome back to my second installment. This one being on appropriate technology, something that is near and dear to my heart. So first off, what are some of those issues that we have associated with appropriate technology? So how is smart growth changing our land use patterns across the country? How can we establish renewable energy sources to integrate into our existing energy system? What is the environmental impact of these green buildings? What are the different techniques and technologies used in sustainable agriculture? And lastly, how does a company implement the ISO standard? So how do these standards affect the way a company is managed? So what exactly is appropriate technology? So what is the need? Is there an adequate business environment in place for this technology? What is the best technical option for the transfer? What are the possible unintended negative effects of the technology? And lastly, what are the broader cultural, political, and social effects of the technology? So renewable energy. So most people are familiar with renewable energy, such as, sources of energy that are always available because in reality they cannot run out. So these include solar energy, biomass, hydropower, geothermal energy, wind, the ocean, solar power, solar energy, and also thermal solar power. So smart growth. So what are we talking about specifically with smart growth? So we're talking about developments accommodating the needs of a community without sacrificing the environment. So this growth aims to balance development and environmental protection by creating new developments centered in towns and cities. So this includes alternate transit options, so space for trains, bike paths, and safe walkways. And then also including a mixed-use development, so both multifamily housing and also apartment buildings along with single-family dwellings. So green buildings. So what exactly are we talking about when we're talking about green buildings? So it's a building constructed in a way that minimizes waste and includes recycled, renewable, and reused resources to the maximum extent possible. So there's four main components of this aspect or of this technology. One being designing energy efficient buildings. Next, we want to reduce the materials that's used during construction. Third, using low impact materials during construction. And lastly, we can always look to improve the efficiency of our existing buildings. Also, we're talking about alternative energy vehicles. So, three main options that we have here. First one being electric vehicles, running solely on batteries. We have hybrid electric vehicles that run a combination of batteries and gasoline-powered engines for propulsion. And then lastly, we have vehicles that run on alternative fuel sources. Those sources are biodiesel, ethanol, hydrogen, methanol, natural gas, or propane. Another aspect we're talking about here is sustainable agriculture. So four main practices here. So integrated pest management, conservation tillage, enhanced nutrient management, and also precision agriculture. So we're also not just talking about the United States, but we're also talking about international sustainability efforts. So these are covered in three main areas. They include the ISO standards in environmental management. We also have the fair trade movement, and we also have ethnobotany. In conclusion, since mankind has existed, we have been changing this planet, sometimes for the good and sometimes not. In the future, new, unimagined technologies will emerge in our society. Using these technologies responsibly can make them appropriate technology. Thank you.